Okay, go ahead and put your hands
What
in.
is going on? I didn't do anything wrong.
Put your hands in. I'll explain everything, okay?
What? Do you like to speak to me? And I can continue and tell you everything and tell you about allegations.
You get your side of the story, whatever.
No, I just want to know what I'm being accused of. I was told you the charge, but I don't know what that means.
You're being charged for engaging in sexual activity with them.
I went to sleep. I felt like awful about myself because I'm like, can't believe I just did. And then actually during that, I'm like, wait, you have a husband. You shouldn't be doing this. And I'm only saying, I was saying like, I was trying to tell her that you shouldn't be doing this. Mm-hmm. And then after the next day, she said, I know you feel a little bad, but I'm not with my husband. Like, I'm married to him, but I'm not with him.
This is 45-year-old Melissa Ganon, arrested in Palm Beach County for sexual activity with a minor. The victim was a teenage boy connected to the family through his siblings' friendship with her daughter, Fiona. The abuse began during a trip to Colombia, summer 2023, escalated across 3 Orlando/Universal trips, and continued at her Wellington home under the cover of paid tutoring sessions for her children. Just to give you a little context, this is her arrest footage. I will indulge you to stick around for the victim's interrogation because it is mind-blowing.
Your arrest, okay? I do not want to handcuff you in front of your child, but I'm going to call your husband and have him come back, okay? So I'm going to take you to the station, and the detective is going to tell you exactly what's going on, all right?
But my kids are home alone.
I understand. Is it just your oldest daughter?
It's my 11-year-old.
Okay, we'll call your husband because he just left.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
It's okay. Listen, we're going to tell you exactly what happened, all right? So come over here. I don't want your kids to see you. Just come with me, okay? Is it both your kids in there or just one?
No, it's just my youngest.
Okay, how old is your youngest?
11.
Okay.
Can I go tell my kids?
Do you want to tell your kids?
Oh no, my daughter's here because she has a softball tournament today. My husband's leaving at 9.
So your oldest is here?
Yes, she's 15.
She's 15? All right, so you want me to get her?
What is happening?
We're going to explain everything. I don't want to do
Is it about the dog thing that happened this morning?
No, it's not about the dog, no. So go ahead and keep us here. Your handcuffs real quick. Do you want me to get your 15-year-old daughter? She can talk to you out here if you want. Okay. Do you want your phone so you can make a phone call? Okay. What's your daughter?
Fiona.
Okay.
But the dogs are out. My dog is not friendly.
I'm not going there.
But I don't think my girls will hear her.
Okay, go ahead and put your hands in.
What is going on? I didn't do anything wrong.
Put your hands in. I'll explain everything, okay? First, I want to make sure your kids are fine. And I'll get your phone so you can call your husband.
You want to just call her husband and have him come back and I need to talk to the kids?
Greta, I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Go get Fiona. Can you get my phone? It's on my desk.
Do you like to speak to me? And I can continue and tell you everything and tell you about allegations.
You get your side of the story, whatever.
No, I just want to know what I'm being accused of. I was told you the charge, but I don't know what that means.
You're being charged for engaging in sexual activity with them.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
If you'd like to speak to us and waive your rights, we can tell you all about it. But you have to let us know what you want to do. I just want to have a lawyer here. Okay. Sounds good. All right. I don't understand how this happens. Like, I was just getting ready for work, and I'm sitting here now. So, at this time, they're going to take you to the county jail, okay? But if I waive my rights and talk to you, that doesn't happen? No, it does. You're in handcuffs right now. But I didn't get to defend. I didn't do it. I didn't get to defend myself or talk to a lawyer. How is this possible? I'm being accused of something, clearly, but don't I get to defend myself?
You're being charged. You're not being accused. You're already being charged.
What do you mean I'm being charged? I don't understand. There was probable cause for your arrest. There was an arrest warrant for you. Okay. We were here to try to get your side of the story. Okay. But I don't have a lawyer in the room. Isn't that what
it's
right? Those are your rights. That's why I read them to you. So you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. What do you mean I'm being charged? What is the difference? There was an accusation made against you, and there was probable cause for your arrest. Now you're arrested, okay, and you're going to go to the county jail and see the judge. Okay, but can I have a lawyer?
You'll get a phone call over there, and you'll be able to contact someone, and you can get a lawyer once you get booked and processed and all that. Yes.
But why can't I defend myself? I don't understand. How can I be? What is probable? Probable what?
Okay. An allegation was made. Okay, an accusation report was generated. Through her investigation, she determined there is enough evidence to charge you with the accusation, which is why she requested a warrant. The judge granted a warrant. Okay?
What evidence?
That's something we can't go into because you waive your rights. So we can't go more into the investigation. She cannot because you advise that you want to have a lawyer present, which is your right. Okay? So now you're going to be booked, processed, and you will get a phone call once you get to the jail. And then you can wish to request a lawyer or speak to a family member. That's up to you once you get there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where Melissa's side of the story ends, in silence, behind a request for a lawyer, before investigators could ask her a single question about what actually happened. But the case didn't stop there. Because there was someone else who could speak. Someone who'd lived through every trip, every tutoring session, every excuse she came up with to get him alone. What you're about to hear is his interview with investigators, and according to records, it's the account that built the case against her, detail by detail, starting with how they even met.
We talked about a little bit, without going into details, about this person, right? I have that her name is Melissa Ganon, right? She's 45 years old, right? Okay, so I want you to take me back to like the beginning, right? And explain to me, again, I was never there, right? I don't know you, I don't know her, I don't know the family. So basically paint a whole picture to me of who she is and how things started. I understand that some incidents occurred outside of Palm Beach County, okay? And I don't necessarily need all the details on those, right? Because, right, I want you to talk about him, but where I want you to really, really focus on is the ones here that happened in Palm Beach County. But yeah, so whenever you're ready, and I will be taking probably some notes just to help me.
This girl named
Fiona?
Ganon.
Okay. Which is her daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started dating towards the end of last school year.
Okay.
And then that's when I first saw her. We were at a sleepover, me and my brother, at my friend's house, and then they dropped her off. I saw her, I didn't really say anything. And then she kept inviting my siblings to do stuff, okay? Like movie theater, just movie theater, like to watch movies over the summer. And then before we went to Colombia, a couple weeks into summer towards the end.
And this is the summer of 2023?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before that, she invited all of us to Rapids, and we all went. There was nothing I suspected. She was normal. And then Colombia, while we were training over there for swimming, Fiona visits us with her mom. And then after they arrive, we go to this city in Colombia called Valparaiso. And there's this house, and it's like, you could say it's in the middle of nowhere. It's like a mile from a town in like mountains, so it's kind of hard to get in there. So after we arrived, we went to a restaurant, so we got one of those cars that are like, that you put stuff in it, like coffee, like coffee bags. So it's just like 4 people can go front, and then it's just like a big empty space in the back. So all the adults went in the front, but she claimed she wanted to be in the back. So all the kids were in the back with her. And then I was just standing there because there's a lot of rocks and a lot of movement, so you have to hold on to something. So I was holding on to the railing on top of me. And she was next to me. And she slipped, and then she put her arm around me. I didn't think any of it because like she slipped. But then in the ride, she was like touching me and like in places that I didn't think were like normal.
Where?
Like my hips, and like she was groping down there, like behind my hips too, like my butt and those stuff.
Okay. And is that so in the back it was you and her and there were other people?
Yeah, but it was like dark, so like no,
okay.
I couldn't see it, but I could feel it.
Okay.
It was nighttime.
Okay.
And there were no street lights, so no one could see it. I didn't even want to make eye contact because I just didn't want people to think that there was something going on.
And was that over your clothes or under your clothes?
It was over my clothes, but it still felt weird.
Okay.
And then we went to the restaurant, and then nothing happened at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
All the adults sat on one side again, and she claimed she wanted to be with the kids again, so she sat next to me.
Okay.
And then nothing happened at the restaurant. We were just eating. And then on the way back, there was a different car. It was a van. And then the kids sat in the back, and the adults in the middle, and then the driver up front. And then I was like next to my brother, and then I had my arm on the seat head, the seat head of a car.
Mm-hmm.
I had it, and then she like scooted my arm to touch her like breast while we were in the car ride. And it was like dark, so no one could see it. So like my hand was touching her because she put it there.
Is it over her clothing or?
Over her clothing.
Okay.
And then after the car ride, we got down at La Finca, and then I don't remember what happened, but then we were all trying to get in because it was like locked. So we split up into groups. I went to check because there's like a window that you could open, and she went behind me. And then she said something along the words, "I want you so bad." And she was just saying really weird and uncomfortable verbal stuff.
Is that the first time that there was anything like inappropriate towards you?
Yeah.
In Colombia?
Yeah.
In district. And before this, you never felt weird?
No.
You never felt like she was...
I actually liked talking to her because she was like a comedian before. So she had like a way to get people to laugh. So I looked forward to seeing her because she was funny in a way.
Okay. But before this, were you guys ever like hug, kiss, touch hands? None of that. She didn't. There was nothing more than her being Fiona's mom, your brother's girlfriend, basically. That was it. You saw her.
Yeah.
Okay. So she says that I want you so bad, and what happened after that?
After that, she put my hand up her skirt, and then we heard footsteps, and she just like scooted my hand from her skirt. And that's basically it.
Okay.
For that moment.
Okay. Did you say anything to her when she said that?
I mean, I was caught so off guard. I couldn't like process. I didn't say anything at that point.
Okay.
But then we all changed to go to the pool because there was another family there. It was my mom's best friend and her son. They were there with my family.
Okay.
Fiona's mom and Fiona.
Okay.
So it was 9 people.
Okay.
So out of everyone that went to the pool, actually the people that went to the pool was me, the kid that was there, the mom, the sister, my sister, of Short Point. But no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing because we went to the pool before the restaurant. And then after the restaurant, it was me, the boy, the mom, and Melissa. It was just us 4 in the pool.
Okay.
According to his account, Colombia was where it started, but investigators say it was far from where it ended. What's notable here is the pattern already forming: isolation, physical contact dismissed as accidental, then escalation once she knew he wouldn't say anything. Behavioral experts call this testing the boundary, small violations first, to see what gets reported and what gets absorbed in silence. But Colombia was just the beginning. Because a few weeks later, she'd find a new reason to get him alone, and this time, she'd be the one paying for the trip.
And then she started telling me she started saying, because the boy, he's from Colombia, so he didn't speak or understand English. So she started like talking to me in English on how or where or what time we should meet up to do stuff. And she was just like touching. She just like felt my crotch to feel it. And then at that point,
So what exactly did she tell you?
she said we should like have sex. I don't remember what words she used, but she made it obvious that she wanted to do stuff like sex. She made it obvious she wanted that.
Okay. What did she tell you to, like, what was the arrangement, or what did she?
There was no arrangement, so I just said, I don't know, it's too risky. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it because I didn't want to be singled out.
Okay. So what did she tell you, like, where you guys should go, or
she didn't tell me a place, but that night when we all went to sleep, since it's like mountains, there's a lot of insects.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like I don't know what insect it was. Let's say it was a cricket because they make loud sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It was so loud. It literally woke me up from my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to check where it was because I went to check my bathroom because I heard it come from like a room. I knew it wasn't my room. So I checked my bathroom and then it wasn't there. So then I walked 5 feet out of my room because the bathroom I went to first was the bathroom connected to a room. So then I went outside to the hallway and then towards a bathroom that's in front of Fiona's room and Melissa's room. There's a huge bug like this big making a loud sound. So I just I shoo it. So and then it stopped making sound. And then I think me turning on the lights and opening the doors, it made her know I was there because she wasn't asleep. She was I don't know what she was doing, but she wasn't asleep. There's no way she was asleep because she woke up super fast. And then she came towards me, in the bathroom. And then since I just woke up, I couldn't think clearly. I was tired. So she she said, "Come with me." And then I was I don't know why, but I just wanted to see her breasts. So I asked, "Can I see them?" And then she showed me them and then turned off the light and then took me to a laundry area. And then she pulled down my pants and she gave me head.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that was that. And then I went to sleep. I felt awful about myself because I'm can't believe I just did. And then actually during that, I'm wait, you have a husband. You shouldn't be doing this. And I'm only saying, I was trying to tell her that you shouldn't be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the next day, she said, "I know you feel a little bad, but I'm not with my husband. I'm married to him, but I'm not with him." She's trying to make me feel better. She said that to try to, because that day I didn't get out of my bed because I was just I was tired and I didn't want to have another interaction with her. Mm-hmm. I just didn't want to see her. So I just stayed in bed. And then since we have a property there, so it's a huge land and there's a house. And then around the land, the previous owner was selling the lands into properties. So we got a property. So everyone except for me, my sister, the boy, the same people at the pool basically, plus my sister, stayed at home. So I didn't eat breakfast. I was just tired. And then she walked into my room while I was alone and she said, "I'm not with my husband. I'm only married to him, but I don't have feelings for him." Basically just telling me she's only with him for the legal benefits and stuff. And then I'm "Oh, okay." I was just still laying in bed. And then I just got hungry because I didn't eat breakfast. So I went to eat breakfast because there was breakfast already prepared. So while I was eating, she texted me saying, I don't remember, and I can't pull it up because I deleted it afterwards. But she just texted me something saying, "You should add me on Snapchat so then we can text and snap through there without there being evidence behind." Or without there being without it being found, basically. because Snapchat supposedly deletes after 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get into that later. So after I was eating, she told me to come to her room, and I just went, and then she gave me head again in her room, and then I just walked out,
Mm-hmm.
and I just didn't. I just wanted it to stop at this point. So that was it for Colombia.
Before you move further, where was everyone else? Like when, like
Everyone else was at the second time they were like doing the tour to find the property. Like, so she just waited till we were alone.
Oh, so you guys were the only two people?
No. Like everyone in the pool was there, and my sister. So my sister was showering probably, and the other two were at the pool again.
Okay.
Couple weeks or months passed, or couple weeks to 1 month passed by, and then she invited my siblings to go to Universal for a week. And then my mom said no because we didn't have money to buy the passes. So she bought the fast passes for all of us. And that was a lot of money. So but part of me didn't want to go because of Colombia. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to tell my parents or my siblings why I don't want to go. So I just went.
Mm-hmm.
And then she rented out 2 rooms for us to stay in. One for her family and one for our family. But then she went to our room to stay because it was 8 people, 3 of us, 5 of them. So she stayed with me, my sister, my brother, and I, and then the rest of her family in the other room. So they had the hotel it was one of the Orlando hotels. I don't know the name, but it had a lazy river and a huge pool in it.
Okay.
So once everyone went down to the lazy river, she told me that she needed to go back upstairs. So she took me with her. And part of me, she told me what she was planning. She said she bought a whole box of condoms for us to use for this trip. And when she told me that, I'm like, I don't want to. But I don't know. I just felt pressure to go a little because she used up a lot of money. So I felt I knew saying no was bad. I knew saying no was the right thing to do. But I felt like I couldn't say it. So I just said, okay. So I went upstairs with her, and then the card didn't open up the room. So I was a little relieved. But part of me wanted to actually do it because I was horny. I kind of wanted to. So I was kind of happy, but I was kind of a little disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But as I was we were gonna go back, and then she just saw the janitor's closet. So she went to check if it was open, and then she took me in there, and then started giving me head again. And then towards the end, she said, "Put it in me." So I put it in her for a couple seconds. So that's first time I had intercourse.
Okay.
She took me up to her room again, and then this time the keys worked. So then she used the condom that time. So we did it again that time.
And was that in the room you were staying?
Yeah, but it was the day after, in the morning.
Okay.
And what led up to that was, I don't know, I just wanted it again. But I don't know, I don't even know why, but I said, I don't remember what I said. I said something like, "Are we going to do it again?" And she said, "Yeah, let me think of an excuse to get back up with you." And then she just came up with the excuse. And then...
and her husband was there, right?
Yeah.
You didn't think he was suspicious or anything?
No.
Alright, and so what happened
After that, I was just done with it. I said, I don't want to do anything anymore. This is wrong. So then, nothing happened again for that trip. But I lied.
3 trips. Thousands of dollars in tickets and hotel rooms. And according to his testimony, a pattern that repeated every time: find the moment, find the excuse, find a way to be alone with him. Investigators would later point to this as part of the grooming structure, gifts and generosity that created a sense of obligation, making it harder for a teenager to say no. But the vacations weren't the end of it. Because once they were back home, she found a new excuse, one that looked completely normal on paper, and put him in her house on a regular schedule.
After the hotel, we went to an Airbnb. And then we were looking at the rooms because it was a big Airbnb, 2 stories, like 5 rooms. Mm-hmm. So we were all unpacking or unloading the vehicles that were used. And then I'm using the bathroom, and then everyone else is downstairs, and she comes upstairs, and then she says, I'm in the bathroom with her alone. So she gives me head in there in the bathroom. There was no excuse because we were already alone.
Okay.
And then after that, I said, I don't want to do anything anymore. And that's all I said. And then for the rest of the trip, nothing happened.
Okay.
And then the day before I left the Airbnb, mm-hmm. I left separately because my girlfriend came from vacation she was at, and I wanted to be with her. So we made plans that because she was landing at the Orlando mm-hmm. airport. So that night at around 2 a.m., she picked me up. But before that, like Melissa had like a mental breakdown. She started crying because she found out I was leaving. And then, well, she didn't say it was because of me, but she said there was so much happening because she had to like take me to the car because they couldn't get into the community. Mm-hmm. And so she took me by herself, and then she said, the reason I had a breakdown was because I'm kind of jealous that you have a girl. She was just saying basically that she didn't want me to go, and she was jealous that I was with my girlfriend. So that's what she told me.
Okay.
And then I left. I was gone. I didn't see her for weeks. And then
did she text her during this time or anything like that?
Well, before she took me, because she had a mental breakdown, I felt kind of bad for her because she had a mental breakdown. So I texted her, thank you for everything. Thank you for buying the tickets. And then she said, thank you. I think that's all we texted. And then, yeah, that's it for the Universal trip. First Universal trip. She took us to Universal again. I don't know why she took us again. I'm trying to remember something. She took us to Universal 3 times. I'm trying to remember if anything happened. Yeah, second time she takes us. It was just a 2-day trip. Mm-hmm. I don't need to know the dates, right? Because I kind of forgot the dates.
You don't know. I don't want you to guess. If you know, then great, but if you don't.
Well, I know my mom knows the dates, but she has them in a calendar. So.
Okay.
Second time we go, we went separate again, 2 cars. So it was me, my brother Fiona, and Melissa, all in a car. Then the other one was the dad, my sister, and the boy, the younger brother, Fiona's brother.
Okay.
And then they're together in the back watching movies, so they're not paying attention to the ride. So they're leaning towards my side first of the car so they can't see me. So we had Dunkin' Donuts before, so there was like a bag of Dunkin' Donuts in my lap. And then she went to get the Dunkin' Donuts, and then she like touched my crotch through the bag, and I don't know what happened, but it kind of made me like hard and turned me on. So then I was just hard, and I think she saw it. So I don't know what was going through my mind, but I just pulled down my pants so she could see it. Mm-hmm. And then while she went to get donuts, she started jerking it while getting donuts, so it wouldn't look suspicious. I don't know. So that's what happened in the car ride. And then once we got to the Airbnb, she went first because she needed to unlock it. And then we all went back. After she texted us, she unlocked it. I already had my stuff, so I'm going up there. After being jerked off, basically, I was horny, so I go inside, and then we go to the bathroom, and then she gives me quick before everyone else comes back.
Okay.
And then that's basically it. Oh wait, I said, where are condoms? And she said, I threw them away because you said you didn't want to do anything else. So that's, yeah. So that's it for Universal.
And so nothing else happened?
Nothing happened in the third trip.
That was the second trip?
Yeah.
Okay, and nothing happened on the third trip. Got it. Why didn't anything happen on the third trip?
Cause I wasn't, okay, the third trip, I was at my girlfriend's homecoming. So I wasn't with them overnight.
Okay.
I was there one night, but I have my own king-size bedroom with my bathroom. So once I walked into my room, I locked the door.
Okay, and she didn't try anything?
I was asleep. Maybe she tried to open the door, but I was asleep, so I wouldn't have known.
Okay. Okay, what else?
After the second trip, flashback, she says her son is struggling with math, so she says she would like me to tutor him. And I didn't have a job. I still don't have a job at this point, but she said she would pay me $50 an hour to teach him. And to me, I'm like, so much money. So, of course, I'm like, I gladly accept, not thinking of it. And then I tell my mom, she tells my mom about the offer, and my mom feels bad. She says $50 is too much, so he'll do it for $25. I was a little bummed out, but still a lot. And then from just the kid needing tutoring, it went to her daughter also needing tutoring and her daughter's friends. So first you have two friends and I would charge $20 an hour to teach them together. And then the classes started joining. Okay, I'm going too fast. After the first tutoring session, I first tutored the girls and then him. So basically, for all the tutoring sessions, in between the sessions, she would find an excuse to get me in a room and she would give me.
Okay. So talk to me, like you said, about the first time that happened at her house here.
At her house.
So you showed up to do the session, right? And what do you?
Well, the first time it happened, it was the second session. Because the first time I didn't do anything with her.
And I know we talked about the 3 trips to Orlando. Did you start tutoring after the trip?
After.
Okay, so trips are done. You guys had already done.
4 nights. No. The tutoring sessions happened after the first 2. And then the third Universal trip was horror nights.
Okay.
So it was I first started in between second trip and third trip.
Got it. Okay. So on the first session, nothing happens, right? So tell me about the first time it happened here, which you say was the second session.
Here, I can't remember because there's like a lot of things. I can't remember which one was the first session, but it was. I think it was. She gave me head, but I don't know where in her room.
Okay. Well, so what do you remember?
I remember like being in her room and like her giving me.
Okay. We're in the room.
We're in the room. There's 4 possibilities.
And I don't want you to guess though.
I can't give you an honest answer.
That's okay. So you're saying that what you remember is that the one time that happened at her house, she gave you head. Did anything else happen that day?
That day, no.
Okay.
So basically, after like every time tutoring since then, except for the past 2 weeks, I would get head or like sex. We did it one time at her house.
Okay. Tell me about tell me about one time that you do remember.
I do remember one time. I don't remember which
Because you
session
gave me
it
a lot
was.
of details about Colombia, which was
A while
ago.
Yeah.
And you do have a lot of details about Orlando, right? So just like you did a really good job detailing everything, about those other places. I want you to do the same with.
So one of them that I do remember really well was after tutoring the girls or the younger people. He took me to I needed to use the bathroom and it was occupied, the main one.
Mm-hmm.
So then I said, do you guys have another bathroom? And then she said, yes, come to my room. So then I use the bathroom, I'm like doing my business, I'm peeing, and then I flush. And then she's still there looking at me, and then, so like it led up to her giving me head first, and then it led to intercourse.
Okay. In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Okay. And how were you guys positioned?
She was laying on the floor.
Okay.
And I was like kneeling.
Okay. Did anything else happen? Was anything said?
I did ask her, how many, this was in Colombia, I forgot to mention this. I said, how many times have you done this? And specifying to younger people. And she said she's done it a couple times. And then, I don't remember when I asked this, but I do know I asked this. I said, why do you like younger people? I said a question that was like saying, why do you like doing this? Mm-hmm. I don't remember the words, but I do remember her answer. She said she likes younger people because they're innocent and she likes their innocence, basically.
Would you say anything about you guys' age difference?
She said she thinks it's fun because she can like separate it in her mind. Like she says you should separate this with me, because I didn't want to because I had a girlfriend, but she said, come on, it's just a girlfriend. She was just trying to convince me. And then she said she likes the innocence in me, something like that.
Would you say anything about knowing that this was not legal, or did she ever threaten you, or?
She didn't threaten me, but she was very persistent in deleting messages.
Tell me about that.
So like, whenever we would walk, we would all walk as a group, and she would hold me back. I need help with my phone or something. And then I was like, what do you need help? And she says, I don't really need help. I just need you to delete your messages. So I said, I deleted them. And then she said, there's like a way to delete them because it saves. Can I show you? So she told me that once you delete a message, you can press edit and show recently deleted, and you can select them and then delete them. So I didn't know that. So she taught me that, basically.
This is the part investigators say matters most. Not just what was said, but how hard she worked to make sure none of it could ever be found. According to his account, she asked him to communicate through Snapchat specifically, believing messages would disappear after 24 hours. When that wasn't enough, records show she went a step further, showing him how to permanently clear deleted messages from his own phone, so nothing would remain in his recently deleted folder. Behavioral experts point to this as a key red flag in cases like this one. It's not just about the relationship itself, but about the deliberate effort to erase it. When someone is coaching a minor on how to hide evidence, they already know exactly how wrong what they're doing is. But according to testimony, he didn't delete everything. And what he kept, even by accident, is part of what investigators say helped build the case that followed.
Hide evidence, and I can show you text saying that. She just am I allowed to? I have text.
Please, anything you have. Please show it to me.
Okay.
So were you guys messaging on regular text message?
I unadded her from Snap, so we wouldn't text. There's almost no texting, but she says code. I'm talking in code. I know, but I'm on an iCloud account that backs up my messages even after I delete them. I'm on Snap. That's the only way. And yeah. And then towards the end, she asked me to delete messages, but I just said okay and didn't do it for this specific reason.
Okay. Just a couple questions. What do you mean? Like it would have been good?
Like the head.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought this was all a screenshot. I didn't realize.
No, you can scroll down.
Okay.
I know.
I say that there were she sent you some messages and you're not replying. Were you like ignoring her or
When?
like back here?
Oh yeah, I was ignoring her.
So you haven't deleted any of the messages?
I didn't delete those, yeah. I wouldn't delete like a single message. She would like delete the whole like chunk of conversation, like the whole conversation down there on the bottom. It would all be deleted, not just my words or her words.
5:47, you text her saying, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
And she replied, "I'm sorry, I was outside talking to a parent and got stuck playing volleyball." Were you at her house?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that.
So that Sunday, we were like getting ready to leave, so I was in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cause that session before, cause I'm like allergic to dogs and cats, so she took me, and I forgot to take my medicine, and they have dogs and cats in their house.
Mm-hmm.
So she asked me, did I take my Benadryl? And I said, no, I forgot. Cause I was, that Sunday, I was busy, so I think, I don't remember what I was doing. I would love to say I was doing college applications, but I can't remember. So, I was doing college applications. I was in a meeting, so right after the meeting was over, I had to go to work, which was the tutoring.
Mm-hmm.
So, she said, come take some Benadryl. And she took me she was getting Benadryl from her bathroom, and then I went to her bathroom to get the Benadryl. And then, I don't know, I asked her to flash me, and she did, and then that just got me turned on, so I was in the bathroom towards the end, kind of wanting something, but yeah, that's the backstory of the text.
Okay, but just want to make sure I understand you. When you text her, "Where are you?" Where was she?
I don't know. She said she was outside. So when I walked out after
So she flashed you. Basically, she showed her boobs, right?
Yeah,
But
this was nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this was this Sunday.
Yeah, that was before. That was before I was in the bathroom. And those conversations were when I was on the way home, because her husband was taking me and my brother home.
Okay.
So.
And I guess, would you guys talk in code all the time?
No.
So this is the first time she's talking code?
Yeah.
To you? Okay.
I was genuinely confused what she meant by basketball. Okay. So that's why I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you said, I don't get it. Also, can you send me pics? I'll delete them after. Did she end up sending you pictures?
No.
She never did?
No. And that's why I added her on Snapchat again. She said she'll only do it through Snapchat.
Okay. So she says code. I'm talking in code. I know, but I'm on an iCloud account that backs up my messages even after I delete them. I'm on Snap. That's the only way. Snapchat. So you said, add me back, add me. She says, okay, I'm doing it now. Here's, we're still friends. You have to accept. You said, add me again. Okay, done. Delete text. Okay. Right. So what? You told me that she made you delete something. Do you remember?
I didn't delete anything.
Okay. So
I just said I did. Nothing has been deleted.
So when she showed you about how you delete them and...
No, that was before.
Correct.
So I have deleted stuff on my phone, but I can't remember what they were.
Okay.
But there has and stuff deleted from my phone. I don't know if it can be recovered because I know those stuff stay on the phone
Yeah.
or somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. And but conversations with her.
Conversations with her have been deleted.
Okay. Do you say you don't remember exactly were there any like sexual content?
There definitely was. If she wants it done deleted, there was something incriminating about the text.
And you never took screenshot or anything of those things?
In the end, Melissa Ganon was sentenced to just 1 year in prison. Look back at what got her there: the trips, the tutoring, the "I'm not really with my husband" excuse, the coaching on how to erase a phone. Every one of those was a red flag, dismissed as generosity, as closeness, as nothing worth questioning. That's how grooming survives. Not in secrecy alone, but in things that look ordinary until it's too late. Do you think her sentencing was fair, given the fact that she literally paid him $50 to take advantage of him? If you or someone you know needs support, resources are linked below. If you're new here, like, share and subscribe to this channel, as every case we cover has a lesson buried inside it. And some lessons are worth your full attention. Thank you for stopping by. This is brought to you by True Crime Verdict.